Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into the secret of the quietly wealthy. You know the ones, those stress-free people who always seem to travel well, owe absolutely nothing, and just live life completely on their own terms. Well, we're going to crack that code today, and what we uncover is going to completely shift how you view wealth generation. So let's get into it.
Think about it. You probably know someone exactly like this, right? They never really talk about money, they never show off, but whenever they need it, the money is just there. Now, you might assume their secret is some glamorous tech startup, or maybe they have a wildly popular personal brand. But what if I told you their wealth vehicle is actually something that sounds completely ordinary, like something you likely drive past every single day without even a second thought?
The answer? Boring businesses. We're talking about everyday services that 99% of people completely ignore because, quite frankly, they look a lot more like regular jobs than Instagram-worthy empires. But honestly, that specific mindset, the desire to build something that sounds cool at a dinner party, is exactly what's costing you money. The quietly wealthy aren't out there chasing the perfect, disruptive idea. They're just executing on the ordinary. Okay, before you totally write off the idea of boring, you've got to hear this staggering number. Laundromats have a 94.8% success rate at the 5-year mark. I mean, compare that to the overall average, where nearly half of all new businesses closed up shop in that same period. A well-run laundromat can generate over $300,000 annually, with 50% margins, in what is, by the way, a massive $5 billion industry. And the beauty of this? Clothes get dirty on their own. You don't have to convince anyone to wash them.
Which brings us to our first core concept: high margin, low barrier. The barrier to entry for cash flowing businesses is honestly incredibly low. For example, you can start a vending machine route for under $10,000, and a single machine can generate $30,000 a year with 30% margins. Or take pressure washing. It takes less than $5,000 to start, and suddenly you're charging $200 to $500 per job. Then you've got ATMs, where a $2,000 to $3,000 machine can generate $500 to $1,500 a month in completely passive income. You're literally just refilling them with cash and collecting the fees. Crazy, right?
Or, hey, consider passive asset businesses. Self-storage units alone are a $45 billion a year industry in the United States, maintaining an incredible 41% net margin. Think about this for a second. There are actually more self-storage facilities in the U.S. than McDonald's and Starbucks locations combined. Let that sink in. Then you have ice vending machines making $40,000 a year literally just freezing water. And portable restrooms. A unit costs between $500 and $1,000, and you rent it out for up to $175 a day. Is it glamorous? No way. Is it profitable? Absolutely. So the real superpower of these route-based services is that they solve recurring, everyday problems that just never stop existing. Take the $30 billion pest control industry, or appliance repair, which saves a customer from spending $3,000 on a brand new refrigerator by offering a $200 repair today. Or pool cleaning for the 10 million residential pools in the U.S. These are problems that do not disappear in a recession, which ensures your income doesn't either.
Let's move on to our next big idea: the power of convenience. Author Walker Deibel calls this an acquisition business. In his book, Buy Then Build, and the ultimate counterintuitive wealth builder in this space is a wash and fold delivery service. Look, people already pay a premium to have their food delivered and their dogs walked. So why not laundry? Here is the absolute genius part of this. You don't even own the physical machines or the real estate. You just partner with an existing laundromat, offer the pickup and delivery service, and you keep a 30 to 40% margin. By literally just being the logistical bridge, you can bring in $12,000 to $20,000 a month with just 100 recurring clients. All right, let's talk about the millionaire next door.
There's this fantastic quote from Thomas Stanley's classic book, The Millionaire Next Door, that hits the nail on the head. He notes that most millionaires didn't inherit their wealth, and they don't work in glamorous industries. They just own businesses that solve simple, everyday problems. This perfectly captures the reality that you absolutely do not need a perfectly branded, venture-backed tech startup to be free. The people who are financially comfortable today, they were out there doing the boring stuff while everyone else was waiting for the perfect, glamorous idea to fall from the sky. To really paint a picture of this, let's look at a tale of two paths: Daniel versus Alex. Let's say these two guys are both making about $55K a year at their day jobs. Daniel spent the last 5 years waiting for an idea that looked like a sleek online store or a cool personal brand. And while he was waiting, he ended up wasting $36,000 on unused subscriptions and eating out.
Meanwhile, Alex took a totally different path. He invested just $3,500 in a pressure washer, printed out some $30 business cards, and just started knocking on doors. Sure, his hands shook at first, but 3 years later, Alex has 2 employees, a fully equipped truck, and bills over $180,000 a year. Boring businesses pay for exciting lives, folks.
Why did Alex succeed? Because he wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty with unglamorous work. We're talking trash hauling, which, by the way, is a $20 billion industry, or pet waste removal, where you can easily charge $15 to $25 a week per yard. Scrap metal recycling, which is basically mining urban ore right out of construction sites. Even parking lot striping, where a single afternoon of painting lines can pay you anywhere from $500 to $2,000. These jobs drive away the competition simply because they don't look cool on social media. That lack of a cool factor is literally your competitive advantage.
And once you shift your mindset from being an hourly employee to an owner who manages contracts, man, B2B services turn into absolute cash cows. Commercial cleaning contracts can pay $3,000 to $10,000 a month, and they just renew automatically. By stepping back from being the operator to actually being the owner, landscaping companies can scale massively. You also have mobile auto detailing, bringing it up to $1,600 a day, and notary services where actually being bilingual gives you a huge advantage in loan signings. Which leads us to our final section for today. Stop waiting, start building.
Get this. According to Small Business Administration data, an unbelievable 94% of small business owners project growth by 2026. That is the highest number ever recorded in this country. On top of that, 56% of these small businesses are already using artificial intelligence to optimize their day-to-day operations. The tools to systemize these simple services are out there, the constant demand from customers is definitely there, and the only thing missing right now is you. If you're wondering how accessible this really is, listen to this. Out of the 36 million small businesses operating right now in the United States, a massive 82% are operated by a single person. That means no partners, no begging venture capitalists for money, no stuffy boardroom meetings asking for permission. It's just one person deciding to solve an everyday problem and getting paid consistently to do it.
So, the main takeaway from our explainer today is this. Millions of people have already made the quiet decision to bypass the glamorous influencer rat race. They chose to solve everyday, boring problems, and in return, they've built real, unshakable wealth. The path to financial independence is wide open. It's hidden in plain sight, right in your very own neighborhood, leaving us with one final, very important question. How much longer are you going to wait?